Hello, today I'm going to explain to you the process of choosing learning objectives and adding additional questions to a faculty information form. One of the key factors of the IDEA Student Ratings of Instruction instrument is that we focus on the instructor's purpose. This will be different across each course and discipline. You will choose minor, important, or essential for each of the 12 learning objectives provided by IDEA. As you can see in this example, one learning objective has been chosen as important and two have been chosen as essential. We recommend 3 to 5 as the average number chosen. However, this is going to be different with each course. For example, you may have a lab course in which you only choose one learning objective because that's all you need. However, you may have a capstone course in which you want to choose more than 5, and that's fine as long as they do fit your course. The other key factor of the IDEA SRI is the student's learning. And to determine the progress on students' learning, we ask the students to look at the same 12 learning objectives and to rate their progress on each of those 12 learning objectives. The students and the faculty member each see the same 12 learning objectives. As a faculty member, you can show the learning objectives to your students early on in the semester or term by adding this to your course syllabi. You can map the IDEA learning objectives to your student learning outcomes so the students know that this is going to be seen again later in the term. To choose the learning objectives, we suggest these 3 questions. For each learning objective, the first time you go to fill the form out for this course, you're going to ask these questions to yourself to determine which are the learning objectives that are best for the course. Number 1, is this a significant part of the course? Number 2, do you do something specific to help students accomplish this objective? And number 3, does the student's progress on the objective influence his or her grade? As I said, we usually suggest 3 to 5 learning objectives to be chosen as essential or important. However, be true to your course, as this is the bottom line. The learning objectives that you choose will be showing up again on your diagnostic report. As you can see here, there are 3 different types of scores on a 5-point score scale, and there are also comparison scores. 50% of your score will be based on the progress on relevant objectives. The students rate their progress on these objectives based on their perceptions of their own learning. So the learning objectives that you have chosen will be used for this score. Only the learning objectives that you have chosen will be included in this score. The overall ratings questions are, is this an excellent teacher and is this an excellent class? Those 2 questions are the only ones that specifically ask the students about the instructor and course. All other questions on the survey ask the students to rate their perceptions of their own learning. As you can see here, 50% of the overall rating questions, so those 2 questions with excellent teacher and excellent course, are factored into the final summary evaluation score as 50%, along with that 50% on the progress on relevant objectives. You will see a breakdown for each of the learning objectives that you have chosen with a 5-point score and also your comparison score based on comparing your scores to the IDEA database, the IDEA discipline for your course, or to your own institution. And you can also see how the students have rated themselves on each of these learning objectives. It's important to note that essential learning objectives are weighted twice and important learning objectives are weighted once. All others will be marked minor or of no importance and will not be included in this score. If you are completing a diagnostic feedback survey for your course, You will also receive formative information. This is the faculty development piece of the diagnostic feedback instrument. You will see here that the 12 learning objectives relate to 20 teaching methods. This page gives you more ideas on how to strengthen your teaching methods and styles. And it points you directly to the IDEA website for more information on how to do so. You will receive an email from your institution that tells you how to access your faculty information form. You will sign in on the platform using your campus sign-in information. After you sign in, you will see your access page, which will show each of your courses. Each one will have a faculty information form. You will complete that, choosing the learning objectives as we have discussed. And then you can also add custom questions. Custom questions can be multiple choice or open-ended. It is important to keep in mind that you want high response rates for your student surveys. To do so, you may prepare your students, as I said before, by introducing the learning objectives on course syllabi and relating them to the student learning outcomes. Communicate throughout the semester about those student learning outcomes or learning objectives for the course. Have the students do their surveys in class, because this is one of the best ways to ensure a higher response rate. And make sure that you have created value for the students. For an example, you may show them a copy of a previous report and how the feedback from students has helped you to modify your particular course based on what students have rated their perceptions of their learning and comments that you may have received. And of course, monitor your response rates on the page that you see as a faculty member when you sign in. If you see that your response rates are low, you will want to go ahead and provide another 10-minute time period at the end of a course. Students are able to take their course surveys in class on their mobile devices. This can include laptops, tablets, and smartphones. And as I said, you will see the response rate on the faculty access page. For additional information, you can go to our website, idea.edu.org.